What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing great and keeping warm out there, especially if you're viewing this at the winter time. But what we have here today is a couple of Jon-E standard models, and it doesn't matter if it's a standard or the GI, but this is a new old stock unit, brand new out of the package, never used. This is a used one. And there's a problem with both of them, whether used or new. Each one has the main problem. And so if you're getting a new one, and this goes for any makes, models, manufactured, this doesn't just pertain to the Jon-E brand, and it'll pertain to Zippo, Peacock, JC Higgins, all the other brands and aftermarket units, and doesn't matter. Right here is a big problem. Hopefully you can see that in the camera there. Yeah, it looks like you can see it pretty good. Big gap here. You can see all the way down to the inside there. So, and as you can see, this brings up another point while I do this, is the kits that we sell that have the fiber, the carbon fiber protector, and it has a notch cut out for the wick models and whatnot. But that carbon fiber, you take that and you tuck that in there, it holds the cotton down to this level. They never did that in the early models, but then I think it took place once Jon-E ended up selling out or changed ownership, however which way you want to go about it. But they put a screen mesh in here, and I think that's when that took place. They put this screen mesh in there to hold this cotton packing down to this level, just like what I've explained in other videos with the carbon fiber. So the carbon fiber kit, or the rebuild kits that we sell that have the carbon fiber in there, we do sell just the carbon fiber with the wicks as well on eBay. But it does the same thing. It holds that cotton packing down from being up here. One, this is not a wicking process, as what I mentioned in other videos. It relies on the evaporation of the fumes coming from your fuel that's in here. So the hotter it gets, the more it evaporates. It comes up, goes through the burner, reacts with the elements of the burner, which the Jon-E's and a lot of the earlier models of some of the other brands, they had the platinum in there, but some of them newer ones are starting to cheapen up, and they're not necessarily using the platinum or as much platinum. So that's one issue with a lot of the newer ones, not heating the way that people think they should be heating. But anyway, regardless of that, here's another major player why it doesn't heat. So this is a brand new one. New old stock unit. This is the way it came from factory. You got this big gap here. So as it's heating this up and you have the evaporation going on with those fumes coming up, those fumes need to go through the burner and make contact with the platinum fibers in there to burn. That's where you get your heat from. So the hotter this gets, the more evaporation that's going to be taking place, the more fumes coming up out of here. So there's going to be a lot of them escaping out the sides where these gaps are. You need to close up the gaps. So if you have a burner, even without our rebuild kits or anything like that, on your unit, one of the first things you can try is to get your burner, get this filament adjusted down lower. That filament should be right down on top of this here, so that way it closes the gap. And that's another reason why those carbon fibers, or why these screens here, need to hold that packing down, so that way you got that air gap, so you're not charring the top of that cotton packing in here. Because a lot of times you'll see it all burned and charred and caramelized and stuff. well, when it does that, it's gonna cause issues. It's gonna help prevent the proper evaporation as well. So you don't want that to get all charred. And we showed other videos as to how to go about that. So you can check out them other videos. I'm not getting into it here on this one. I just wanted to try and show a quick video of why some of these, even new, do not heat the way they probably should be heating. You'll see a significant difference by adjusting this burner and getting it down to the top of the opening here, because now the fumes can't just escape, and then it's going to try and burn pretty much 100% of the fumes. And you'll probably even notice that you won't have as much smell either, because the raw fumes are not going to be escaping as much, since they're going to be going all through the burner and then burning most of the fumes coming up out of there. You'll most likely still have a little bit of a distinct smell coming off, but I think you'll find that will probably eliminate a lot of it. And other than that, I mean, this here one has been used, as you can tell, for many uses. A lot of hours of use on this. And this here, it even has a gap in there. I purchased this one. It's got a big gap there, so, but people just must have figured, no, that's the way it is. But I can tell you, from my experience over the last 42 years with using these Jon-E Hand Warmers and a few other ones, that's a big culprit there. That you'd be surprised how much more heat you'll get if you get these burners to get, you know, that burner filament to sit down on the top there. So here you can see this one's charred really good in there. So that's where our carbon fiber kits really help to tuck that in to help protect that cotton from getting burned, that cotton packing in there. So anyway, hopefully that helps point out a few things there. Just a relatively quick video here, but thank you for watching, and hopefully you're doing great and keeping warm out there. Take care.